Okay, guys, we're back. Blue Dragon 5 and Mr. E were telling me this story the other day when we were talking online, and we actually, Mr. E said we should have recorded this, but so we're going to try and redo that conversation here for you now. And basically, the premise was that the Geekvolution movie series. So I'll let Blue Dragon 5 start this off. Mr. E is here as well, so
Howdy.
yeah. So Blue Dragon 5, why don't you start off?
All right. Well, everyone, here's the idea. Long ago in comic news, a reference was made to Frank Miller's Evil Hat. Basically, the reason that Frank Miller went crazy and started going off the deep end with his stories. So, also, what really stuck in my mind is once Manos did his Batman Year One animated review, and he actually wore Frank Miller's hat and basically took control of him, possessed him. So I thought, you take Doomsvince, who's basically an incompetent villain who has an illogical grudge against Captain Logan, but one day he stumbles upon Frank Miller's evil hat and he dons it. He puts it on and he becomes a competent supervillain that is actually evil and actually a threat.
I just had an idea.
Yes.
What if at the beginning of the movie, the Vince is in a battle with Captain Logan. He gets defeated, comes back to his house, and he finds a package, and in the package is Frank Miller's hat.
Sent in by Frank Miller himself.
Yeah, the hat mailed it himself. That's what I... That's a logic.
No. I'll reveal who mailed it later.
Secret.
Like, it won't be revealed in the first movie. Is who mailed it.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, Doomsvince, he dons the hat, and what happens is visually he would look just like Doomsvince, but he'd have a black fedora on, and he'd have, like Doomsday, he would have these little styrofoam pieces attached to the edge of the suit jacket, coming out of each end, look like Doomsvince's big shoulder spikes. Then he'd be wearing like black gloves, little pieces looking like the bones coming off of Doomsday's knuckles onto black gloves. So basically, that's the only difference from Doomsvince, the actual, to now Frank Miller controlled Frank Miller's evil hat and Doomsvince teaming up together. So basically, the premise is, if I had to describe this, it'd basically be the Avengers for our first movie to start strong. It'd be Captain Logan has to team up with all the Geekvolution affiliated reviewers of YouTube. Basically, all their Who reviews, the reviewers, judges, our lineup. Mr. E.
What? Oh, I say the lineup.
Yeah, the lineup is...
Yeah, lineup of character, our heroes here. What's our hero line for the first film?
Alright, for the first film, it is Captain Logan. And correct me if I get any of these wrong. Vince. Manos. Dan. Did we put Duke in it?
We did.
Okay, Duke. And did we put Shades at Night in as well?
No, Shades of Night's for the sequel.
Okay, Shades is for the sequel. And Mr. Fusion makes a cameo.
Yes, Mr. Fusion has a cameo. Basically, when they all team up, you hear like an Avenger-style music playing. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Basically, they're calling each other saying, yeah, I need you. We need to take care of Doomsvince. So our film starts off strong in that now the more competent Doomsvince, he basically kills Vince. Don't worry, he'll be back, though. He kills Vince to absorb his essence, so now he's even more full and powerful. Basically, now he's completely evil, and he's going after all the reviewers of YouTube. Basically, Captain Logan escapes at that point. Then he calls in the rest of the reviewers. He calls in Manos, who, in Batman Returns style...
Oh, yeah.
Like Batman Returns, he's just sitting in his chair just waiting. Then a call... Basically, Captain Logan initiates a bat symbol. With the Geekvolution logo, basically. With the Geekvolution podcast, that logo comes up. And it beams off a bunch of mirror panels And the beer glass, and he makes the symbol transfers into Manos' home. It basically looks, big musical, da da. He looks forward in that Manos style. There's like this image somewhere for the Who Reviews Reviewers contest where he's just like looking in one direction all heroically. So you turn that, say, Lindsay, it's the button. He'd walk off and he'd basically go down a big tube off screen. like Batman Forever, the big tube in Bruce Wayne's office that leads to the Batcave. And he basically, you see a red him in a red jacket like Red Knight just walking off.
Yes.
Then he would call Duke, and Duke's basically just sitting there doing nothing, reading some Doctor Who, and he says, "Oh, I read this already." Basically, and his sister saying, "Duke, where are you, Duke?" And he basically, so bored. Then he gets like a message on the computer saying, "Yeah, Duke, we're gonna foil Doom's Vince's evil plot. You want in?" He says, types in, just looks around, Duke, and he looks left to right, says, "Sure, 1 sec." Pushes the button and he just teleports there. Dan gets a call. He dons his web shooters. It's basically sweatbands with watches put in there. And actually, I'm sorry, scratch. It has the toy web shooters. You know, they sold in Walmart and everywhere. Target, like little canisters of silly string attached to the toy web shooters. And a spy and one of the Venom or Carnage mask.
Yes.
Or a Spider-Man mask if he has one.
Oh, yeah, but it's a Venom mask or Carnage.
Yeah.
And Fusion says, not interested. Kind of busy. It's kind of busy at the moment, just teasing. But he says, if you guys need plutonium, just walk into a store and buy some.
Yes.
I think that just, you can't. Fusion, you can't just walk into a store and buy plutonium. I'm going to make that dream come true one day. Good luck with that. Anyway, they all team up. You know, like Captain Logan's donned his Riddler hat and cane. And a cape. But still just dressed regularly.
Yeah.
He's wearing a red Superman cape.
Oh, of course.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so basically they team up and say, okay, we're going to go after Doomsvince. It leads to this big battle, which Doomsvince now he's actually prepared and he's actually competent. He knows some fighting moves. He's basically uses a lot of. Now he has Frank Miller's. He's talking like Frank Miller, but still it's Doomsvince. You are prostitutes. He's shooting people, just basically quoting all the stuff that makes a bad comic. That's his plan sounds like a big bad comic plot.
Like New 52.
Yeah.
I'm Doomsvince.
Dan. I've picked a brilliant end to you. Have you met Joe Quesada? You, Joe Quesada, to sell your soul, you're going to sell your memory of working with Geekvolution to Joe Quesada. Or he will die.
No!
No, or I will set all of your Spider-Man collection on fire.
No!
As I throw it off this bridge. Stacy. Also, I should mention, Sarah and Jason are basically just walking the frame and says, she's just basically completely alright and this doesn't phase her at all. There's going to be this epic battle stuff. Vince.
Hope you bring some milk.
Milk.
Don't forget the milk.
Yeah. Basically says, Sarah, Vince is dead. Says, he's going to come back later? Probably. Okay. Bring back some milk.
Alright. Yeah. Try to finish part 1.
Okay, first film. Okay, then it basically ends in a big battle. Then Captain Logan gets the upper hand. Basically, they knock off the hat, and the hat gets blown off into the wind somewhere. Okay, so That's just blown off in the wind somewhere. We don't know where it's gone. They it's been destroyed a little though. It's a really tattered hat now.
Yes.
It's like no. Then basically, Doom's Vince is basically he fades into non-existence because he bonded with symbiotically with the hat and basically kind of killed him. But what's left is Vince, so Vince is left. So Vince is alive now.
Yay!
Vince is alive. Everything's nice, fine, dandy. Everyone's all right. But then, of course, we have a
mid-credits.
Yeah, we have an ominous mid-credits ending.
Yes.
We see Sid Partu in shadows in a chair. And he says, "Gentlemen, it's time once again to review the reviewers." Bum, bum, bum.
Time to discuss things.
Actually, just that. Gentlemen, it's time to discuss things, evil things.
Yes.
Cut.
That's from the movie. So again, basically, Doomsday is kind of like Loki and these guys teaming up to take him down.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the Masters of Evil, or the Secret Society of Evil, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now, shall we go into movie 2?
Yes, we have to get through all these early movies so we can get to the really good movie.
Yep, you mean the last one or the spin-off?
The last one, because...
Oh, yeah, the last
one. No,
Anyway.
we need to get to the third one. That's the best.
No, the last one's the best one.
All right, let's quit arguing.
You didn't hear the last one all the way through, Mr. E.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, no,
I
the
did.
second one...
The second one's kind of the equivalent to The Dark Knight, and that's pure awesomeness.
Yes.
So Sid Partu, from the beginning of the new season of Who Reviews the Reviewers, to say he's getting together a revenge squad, kind of like Superman's revenge squad.
The Revenge Initiative. Which
The Revenge Initiative, like the Avengers. Or,
yes.
Sounds better. They've gotten those together. The team is basically Sid Partu, Milan Jeftik, Zazubar, Bobby, and of course, in addition, Maxwell Magic.
Yes.
He knows magic. Magic versus effect.
Yep, those were our 5 guys. And also they contact some other reviewer ex-contestants, but they turn down. It's just cameos for them, like they call Laser 99. He basically says, I don't really got anything against them or for them. Just, you guys, you go ahead with that.
Yeah.
Just, good luck with your evil plans against Geekvolution,
What about Shades?
Oh, Shades. Oh, Shades is basically going to be Wolverine in this film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. We gotta say he's Cyclops.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's the thing. He wears Cyclops glasses, but he's wearing Cyclops glasses with a Wolverine jacket and claws.
Yes. I'm sure you'll love that.
Also, randomly he says...
And then it's like, the symbol on his shirt is a Nightwing symbol.
Exactly.
Yes.
So random portions in the film, he'll just look off into space and he'll say, Jane! But he doesn't know why. He says, why are you saying that, man? He says, I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, in this film, Captain Logan, being the straight man, he's also going to be a little more Adam West-like.
Oh, yes.
Kind of like the parody of Dark, but go in a completely opposite direction. So basically, our plot for this film is our 5 baddies have teamed up, and basically the reason they've teamed up, in this case, is it's kind of, I picked up from Death in the Family recently, is that, that people are idolizing the Joker, kind of how we have Jokers in Batman Beyond. So they're idolized Doomsday, and now that he's gone, they want revenge on Captain Logan even more, in addition to their hatred of him for the Who Reviews the Reviewers contest.
Yes.
So yeah. So that's their goal set. They're going to get revenge on all the reviewers. So they go after, they have this elaborate plan. They kidnap the loved ones, hold them hostage. Like, for instance, Lindsay's held captive. We get basically the ending of Dark Knight with Sarah and Jason.
Yes.
Except they survive.
Yeah.
Also, I should mention that Sid Partu is basically General Zod in this film.
Yes. Kneel before Sid.
Kneel before Sid.
I will find him. You and one day, Jason. But that comes later.
That's the ending. That's the ending. You just spoiled the ending.
Well, the whole thing's a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, like Duke's little sister's being held off screen, but basically they just let her go. Because Duke, they call Duke and they say, "We have your sisters. Okay, do what you will with her." Basically, when they're all down and out, they say, "Oh, we need." Vince says, "Who are we gonna call?" No, actually, they pose the question to Vince, "Who are we gonna call?" Then you hear the Ghostbusters theme, but it's actually Shades of Night's ringtone. You know, the ringtone for when Vince calls him, it plays the Ghostbusters song. Yeah, mate, what you need?
Shades of Night.
Big revenge initiative, eh? Count me in. Basically, then he just suits up and, you know, like, pops the claws out. Rocky. Then it's just like 2 seconds later, he's there. No one questions why, he's just there in 2 seconds.
How'd you get here?
I'm all shrill, which means I'm awesome.
Yes.
No, it's like, how'd you get here? I have Nightcrawler's powers.
I've seen Rise of the Guardians. You know, the Easter Bunny can just hit the floor and make a big hole in the space. That's me. Because, again, I'm awesome.
Yes.
I'm a bunny.
Mike. I'm not a kangaroo. I'm a bunny.
Okay, that's a tangent. Now get back to the main plot.
You're right, but like Sid Part 2's channel, we embrace the tangent.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, there's big revenge plot against that. Doomsday, not Doomsday or Doom's Vince, just Vince's fiance is also being held captive. They're basically all a bunch of, Sorry, not, I forget, I'm thinking of the third one now, I'm just trying to correct myself here. Okay, so basically they say, Captain Logan gets them all together, they go after each target, they save them just in the nick of time. Then basically when they think the job's done, they think they've defeated Sid Part 2 like Syndrome and The Incredibles, though. Basically, he goes back home, and like Syndrome, he's waiting there with the family hostage. And of course, like flipping it, you hear like the dark note. He's like da 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 da, and basically then it breaks into like a Captain Logan pretends to surrender, but then he just like gets into battle with him, like end of Superman 2.
Yeah.
Then Captain Logan opens a bottle of Mountain Dew, and it spurts out a Phantom Zone.
Yes.
Then he says, "No, you will not." A Phantom Zone, but then Sarah opens, he says to Sarah, "Open the fridge, no!" She opens the fridge and then basically closes the door and the fridge wobbles a little bit. Then he opens it, first says, "Zool, Zool." The lights come out from the side view. Closes it, then he opens it, then he's gone. Later on in the night, like for a midnight snack, he grabs some pie. Because he mentions pie in the Superman 2 commentary. The Richard version. About how Zod's just randomly looking at a piece of pie. So basically, Captain Logan's eating the pie, but then he gets a fork full of the pie, and right before he eats it, he hears, "You will bow down before me, Captain Logan, you and one day, Jason!" Then he looks around. Eats and drinks some milk. There's our ending, and Mr. After Credit scene.
Credit. Yes, after credit.
Yeah.
We'll say it.
What? Who? Me?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Oh, man! Why are you making me tell a plot? Now, a fragment of the in front of in front is multiple screens of laptops of different channels on YouTube. There is a mysterious man that we do not know who it is saying, "This is all such a riddle." He turns around and reveals, "It is me! Mystery!" And then the camera spins around and there is the nearly destroyed Frank Miller's Evil's hat. Then we cut.
In like a cosmic cube type box with like a little heart monitor attached to it.
Yeah. It's going beep, beep, beep.
He's basically repaired the tattered hat now.
Yeah.
That's how
Okay.
evil I am. Okay.
Okay. Movie 3. Would you like to go, Magpie, or would you like me to continue?
You keep going. Hang on. You keep talking. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay, the third film, basically, as most things with the human digestive system work, Sid Part 2 will be back. We just see Sid Part 2 awakening in a tube, kind of shot like RoboCop when he's awakening. You know, at New Year's Eve, then he's awakening at the big presentation. So basically, you see a big blue tube. Sid Part 2 is looking, then Mr. E walks out and he says, "You would not believe what I had to go, how much plumbing system I had to go through to find you." And he says, crap. Tell me about it.
There's
Yeah. So basically, Sid Part 2 is back, and he basically says, "Yeah, we should team up. I brought back your leader, Frank Miller's Evil Hat. You know what we're going to do? We're going to bring Doomsvince back from the grave." What they do is they use Milan... Sorry. Hey, Magpie, you remember the gag we said when Sid Part 2's in the blue tube, do you?
In the blue tube.
Remember? The plumbing system, he fished them out of the plumbing system. Some lines Part 2 would have had.
Said, you don't want to know what I've been through to get out of that.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Well, I know that's what Mr. E said. You don't remember what he said in response to that?
No.
Yeah. I just said, I had it, he said, crap. Just tell me about it.
That was a crappy way to get out of there or something.
Yeah, that works better. Then ignore what I said previously. That's the line. I'm just remembering it now. Yeah. Must have been a lot of... Sounds like a crappy way to bring me back into this new movie.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. That's, yeah. Okay, so basically they're making a Frankenstein version of Doomsvince, but it's Melanjeftic.
No, but it's Melanjeftic as
Jebediah
Springsteen.
It's basically he's dressed like Doomsvince, but he talks like Jebediah Springsteen. And he's wearing Frank Miller's Evil Hat, so that's how he comes back to life. You know, he basically reprogrammed the brain of this mindless giant.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Talks like Springsteen.
It's alive! It's alive!
I need to know where Captain Logan is, for I will do much evil to him.
Yes. My monster. Mr. E's monster.
Also, when they're making the body, and they bring it up to the lightning,
yeah,
the lightning strikes him, and they bring it down, and says, well, Sid Part 2 is the one that brings him back to life, being the mad scientist, saying, "He's alive! He's alive!" But before that, he brings up and says, "Nope, not done yet. Just puts him up again. He's being more struck by lightning even more. They brings up, okay, now he's good. He's alive!
Alive! He's alive!
Arise, my Russian monstrosity! Arise!
The fire must rise!
Funny thing is, I can see him saying stuff like that.
Okay. So then, later on, basically, Mystery turns on him by commanding the monster to kill Sid Part 2.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, wait. Sid Part... Oh, yeah, we didn't kill Sid Part 2, did we?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. We don't... Basically, he turns on Sid Part 2 and he beats the ever-loving stuff out of him.
Yes.
The Sid Part 2 is basically, he's kind of hospitalized because he's like the false lead. They all think that Sid Part 2 is going after him again, but he's like just bait because Mystery's still mysterious at this point. He's put all the he's basically constructed a lot of death traps.
Yeah.
If you guys remember anything, also just feel free to chime in here. Remember a lot of that.
Yeah.
If you guys remember any additional really great bits, just feel free to chime in.
Yeah. I know there was one. There was one movie where we had, I think it wasn't a Captain Logan or someone running through a series of traps a la Saw.
Oh yeah. I think it's this one.
That was the fifth one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's the fifth one. And what
Yeah,
was...
that's the fifth one.
Okay, wait, forget. I'm sorry, folks, who listen to this. Okay, here's what happens. They build the Jebediah Springsteen Dooms vents. It's basically kind of like a horror film. Like now, Dooms vents his return. He's going after each and like breaking into their homes and basically going after them, chasing them all down, destroying their homes. They're being chased by Dooms vents. Some aren't that lucky. Some are captured. Like the only surviving members would probably be Vince is the first target. Captain Logan breaks out of there. Finds Manos. Duke's been they're talking on the phone with Duke, but then Duke's disconnected. Yep. Dan's also a surviving member. They track down Sid Bartu. They put him behind bars after Mystery has Jebediah Springsteen turn on them.
Yeah.
Turn on Sid Bartu and he's attacking him, and then Dan saves the day, saves Sid Bartu barely, though. Sid Bartu's basically, beaten.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I could have sworn we had a better ending for Sid Bartu, because I know he ends up like Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, he does, because he spends a lot of the other movies just in prison, from memory.
So do you remember, I think we just glazed over how we put him in the Hannibal Lecter situation.
Yeah, we did. We didn't really...
We're going to let's come up with a new ending for 3 right now.
All right. Okay. So, I don't really like the idea of going back to the kidnapping plot, to be honest.
You're right. Well, what do we do instead of it? Because I know we need Jebediah Springsteen, Doomsman. So what do we do from that point?
Ooh, jeez. So, it's raised up. I like going down a horror movie route, I love Frankenstein with this one. Yeah. So
there's a rampaging monster.
Yeah, he's a rampaging monster.
Have the team assemble.
Yeah, have the team assembled. They defeat him again. This is probably going to be a weak movie, to be honest. They defeat him
like most trilogies.
Yeah, but we're gonna save it. We're gonna save this one at the end, though. Defeat him. Sid gets captured, and gets thrown in prison, but Mystery gets away.
Yeah. Oh, I remember things now. Yay for me! Right. I remember that we shorted out. Remember, Mystery has a personality disorder in this movie.
Yeah.
Mystery basically impersonates a bunch of comic book villains, particularly Batman ones, like Bane and Joker. And also, some people could dub over him.
Yes.
I will dub over him as Mark Hamill Joker.
Yes.
There is Bane over there. Hello, Bane.
Hello, Captain Logan. Have I got a story for you?
Yeah.
That's sort of...
I diddle diddle, time for a riddle.
Yeah, John Glover Riddler from the animated series.
Yeah.
I know we make me catatonic.
Yeah,
but that's not right away. We do that at the end of the fourth movie.
I thought I mean, okay, you're right.
Because the fourth movie is you. Essentially, it's you go around trying to.
No. Sid Part 2 is the fourth movie.
No, I'm pretty sure it's you.
Are you sure?
I'm the fifth
one.
one.
I thought we
because that's when I go like catatonic me still knows some tricks.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't we? I thought we short him out in this film. Then he's in the cell next to Sid Part 2 and 4.
That's how I remember it.
Is that how?
No, because I don't. Because our big final villain doesn't come around until the sixth movie, and then the seventh movie is like a reunion of all the villains.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Let's find the pieces here. Okay. So you want to short him out for movie 3, but then have him in the Sid Part 2s for 4.
Well,
Isn't
what
the
happens
idea
in-
that he set a bunch of traps before he went down?
Because then in the fourth one, I think it becomes isn't it like sort of like Hannibal?
Yeah, he's Sid Part 2's Hannibal Lecter in 4.
And then he escapes, and then like.
Oh no! Wait! Okay, hang on. This would probably be a better way of doing it. Anyway, okay. Okay, we do pretty much what I said. Jebediah Springsteen, a la Dooms Vince, is running around crazy. They managed to defeat him, recapture Sid Part 2, but you, Mr. E, you managed to get away, and the whole plot for the fourth movie is you trying to get him out of prison.
Alright.
Sort of thing. That's the way I would. That's my idea.
So we do short him out for 3 or no?
No, we shot him out at the end of this one because you failed miserably, and you're like, how they defeat me? How they defeat me? How they defeat me?
I thought Sid Part 2 was like that. How did they beat me?
No, that's Mr. E, because he's at the end of it is Batman Forever Riddler.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Okay, so at the end of 3, he's shorted out.
End of 4.
Okay, end of 4. I mean, at the beginning of 4, he's post shorted out. But I mean, we're gonna do the thing in 3 where he gets shorted out.
He's slightly cracked, not all the way cracked though.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so how do we defeat Jebediah Springsteen?
We blow him out.
There you go.
We blow him out. Get a bomb on him, and then.
Yeah. We don't need to go into too much detail because it's just a pitch, but essentially, yeah, they all go. All the guys get together and blast him to oblivion.
Okay, so Jebediah Springsteen blows.
But I would the way I'd do it is I'd make it kind of hard for him to do that sort of thing.
Because they have to destroy the hat at the exact same time.
No, wait a minute. Doesn't the hat come back for Sid Part 2?
No, I think we kind of wrote the hat out because we don't really do much with Sid outside of prison for the second trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hat gets destroyed. The hat gets destroyed in this film. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, the hat gets destroyed. Mr. E, basically all his personalities. He gets defeated. He can't perceive that. So basically, then all of his personalities collide and short circuit him out like Batman Forever Riddler.
But not not 100%.
Yeah, because you
Just
have.
Okay, so now he's just like Riddler's reform Riddler, and he's just saying, "How did they defeat me? How?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's. Yeah, so in summation, they build Jebediah Springsteen, Dooms Vince, they go after him, they defeat him, and our mad scientist, like big planner here, who double-crosses Sid Part 2 somehow.
Yeah.
He double-crosses Sid Part 2 somehow, landing him in a maximum security prison.
Yeah.
Insane asylum.
Yeah.
So, he does that, but then he just is baffled by how he's defeated, and all his personalities kind of collide, and so halfway he's basically... Right now he's stuck on Riddler at this point. He doesn't break down completely like Batman Forever Riddler. He's like, how did they defeat me? How?
Yeah, and he's in front of those monitors again.
Yeah.
But and eventually they'll say, he says they'll pay for this.
So he escapes.
I want him to escape. I want there to be a door left open so people realize, no, this is not just one trilogy.
Okay, so I get it.
I know you wanted to kill off Captain Logan, which I didn't really like the idea of, to be honest.
It's not that I'm killing off Captain Logan. It's that I'm doing the Superman. The son becomes the father becomes the son.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, and that basically, for those listening, what happens is Captain Logan, My idea was he got killed off, but then Jason finds a green crystal inside of a can of Mountain Dew, and then it's Captain Logan becoming Jor-El. Basically, retrains him, says, for some reason, you'll look exactly like me. No one should question this matter. And that's how you bring Captain Logan back to life, say, years later.
Oh, okay.
That was the concept. So basically for 3, he pins the thing on Sid Part 2. Basically, he uses... I know what he should do.
What?
As the hat's being blasted off, he should have his own... He was trying to recreate the hat also. Kind of make a bunch of... Make a hat...
Frank Miller hat.
He's trying to make an army of the Frank Miller hat, but he has like a prototype.
Yeah.
And he slams it on Sid Part 2's head. And basically it shorts him out. Well, I mean, it doesn't short him out, it just makes Sid Part 2 completely raving lunatic.
As opposed to?
Basically...
Crazier.
He was a mad scientist, but now he's made completely into Hannibal Lecter.
Okay.
He's just stuck on Hannibal Lecter. Then that's how Mystery makes his escape while Sid Bartu's dealing with them and just he's sicking the monster on them. So they think it was Sid Bartu behind the whole thing, even though he's just basically toying with them, saying, "Really? You thought it was me? Oh no! That's fun for another day. When you find more evidence, please contact me. I'd love another chat with you, Captain."
Okay, hang on, guys. Just got to pause this for a sec. Now.
All right.
So yeah, Mystery escaped. He's basically in front of a monitor, planning and plotting, but still, he's growing more and more crazy. And Sid Bartu's now a Hannibal Lecter type villain. Save for another film, the whole rap was pinned on him. He's taunting Captain Logan. Okay, movie.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
So Captain and that don't know nothing about Mystery.
Nope.
Because I'm such a mystery.
Yes, because it's a mystery.
Exactly.
I'm such a riddle. Yes, but my name is not Mr. Enigma.
No.
Okay.
But basically, Captain Logan, at the start of the 4th film, is saying, "Why'd you send us all those riddles?" He says,
"Yeah.
Well, aren't we all really a riddle, Captain?" How do you... You saying you didn't send us the riddles? That could be. Maybe I'm not. That in itself is a riddle, is it not, Captain? Hi diddle diddle.
And that's Sid Part 2 saying all that?
Yes, Sid Part 2 saying all that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's me evil.
So how do we introduce our villain with apparently a dog for a henchman?
Not a henchman, he's just a crazy dog.
Just a crazy dog.
What's his name?
The one that's barking, I think that's Jay.
Jay?
Yeah.
How do you spell
the other
that?
one's called Silent Bob, right?
No, we have 3 dogs. Jay, Jackson, and Jude.
How do you spell it?
Jay?
Yeah.
Jay.
It's not just Jay?
Nope.
No.
Then we have Jude, and then we have Jackson.
Okay.
Anyway,
I think we made him shy.
Yeah. Anyway, I say sending out the riddles is a good first step, but the whole point of this movie is for Cap to find you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs help, so that's why he's calling in the troops again.
Yep. So basically,
it's like a manhunt. It's like a fugitive type.
Someone's hacked the Geekvolution. I'm so sorry, Magpie. Go ahead. It's
a combination between Fugitive and Silence of the Lambs, because the whole point is Sid's going to try and is actually helping them, but he's also plotting his own escape as well.
Yeah. It's time to send them a riddle.
The movie starts with the Geekvolution channel being hacked, and Captain Logan can't make of it. And like Sarah's saying, what's wrong? He says, I don't know, someone's hacking the channel. I can't figure it out. He's leaving riddles. He's saying, wait a minute, I recognize these riddles. They're from Sid Part 2. No. Basically, then you have Sid Part 2 like Sonic slippers in his cell. Sonic the Hedgehog flippers.
Yeah, yeah, oh, you love that.
Then he interrogates him, and he just hints at there's
And
someone
then we have
else.
a poster of My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Then we find out that that says "Hang in there, baby," and then we see. Then we find out all the other heroic characters have been getting these messages, getting these riddles, and it leads them together in a spot. They meet up in one location. After the cipher riddles basically says meet up in this location. Then there's like a bombing.
Yeah, I got a question for you. For them all to meet up, should we do it a la Tip Leaf Lee? Cap just beams them all there.
Oh, we did that for the Avengers one, basically.
Oh, okay.
Well, only one of them got beamed, but I mean, yeah, basically they all met up with Avengers music playing behind them.
Yeah.
I know what they should do. They should do a George Lucas style wipe.
Yeah, it's just George Lucas style wipe.
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Basically, here's what Manus does to get to the location. He pulls out a primal paper business card. He holds it up to the camera and flips it, and then he's there. And then he says, "Suck it, Maxwell Magic." Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. So that's the story. Basically, they all go there, and it's a trap. It's a trap!
It's a trap!
So it's a trap, and now they're all scurrying, and they're trapped in a location full of traps, literally.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
that's how we're gonna.
So basically, it's kind of like that movie. It's kind of like the All Superheroes Must Die, and it's like a closed and Arkham City, and that's a closed-off location full of Riddler traps.
Yeah.
They have to get out of there or find Mystery so they can get out of there.
And I can have like a jigsaw puppet.
Yep. Yeah. Then you, Captain Logan, faces off against you in completely Adam West Batman style, like pow zap wham. But then he gives you a riddle, and basically it melds all your personalities together, trying to figure it out, and then it completely blows, and then you're like Batman Forever, Jim Carrey, at the end of it.
And then it's like I'm in the cell right next to.
Sit a la Sherlock, where it's but we're only at the 5th film. I didn't think our main villain showed up till 6.
He doesn't.
Well, this is 4. He's not in the cell yet. He's going to be in the cell in 5. He'll be in this. Okay, he'll be put into the cell at the end of 4, but he'll be in there from the start at 5. And that's when Sid Part-2 escapes.
Oh yeah, that's right. He escapes in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trading one out, but at the end he comes back in. Yeah, that's right. That's how we did it. Yes. Now I remember.
So do you want Sid Part 2 to escape at the end of 4 or just in the beginning?
I want him to escape at the end of 4. Like I said, it's Fugitive / The Fugitive.
Okay.
The Fugitive / Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, okay, so basically, as Mr. E is being thrown into the cell, just completely broken, just like... basically, all his personalities are going off at the same time, and just completely catatonic.
Except, it says one thing. The plan worked almost perfectly.
It worked almost perfectly.
It worked.
Perfectly.
It worked. Almost perfectly.
Yes.
Perfect.
Perfect.
It worked perfectly. It worked. I'm so happy. And basically they say...
Oh, so happy. Ring around the rosy.
That is so freaky.
And then once I get catatonic, that's when the horror film begins.
And then for also a little bit of comedy for the fifth film, he's going to be quoting movies and theme songs for television series like da 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 Inspector Gadget.
Really creepy, really creepily. And we occasionally pan over to some guards that say, "Okay, I'm never watching that show again."
Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Cat dog.
So what's Sid's big plan now?
Well, his plan is basically
Revenge.
at the end he uses his effect powers to escape. He basically makes the lock disappear on the door with a visual.
Uses, this entire time, this one is like he uses the power of effects.
Yep.
Yes.
Then he leaves.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember how they defeat him too.
I
You remember how he defeated him?
It's
Yeah.
to do with Manos. Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so his whole plan is like everyone, like Sid's like gone bananas using all these effects, like the electrical effect. He's got lightsabers and everything, and they're all. Oh yeah, and Godzilla because he transforms Zazubar into Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what he should do with Milan though.
He turns him into the Cthulhu creature.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He turns Maxwell into a magic wand.
Yeah.
And that's what he uses as his weapon.
Yeah.
It's like power of effect.
The power of effect. The power of effect. The power of effect.
So Magpie, you remember how he was defeated, right?
Yeah, it's to do with Manos. Manos goes over to a wall. And
I remember now, and I came up with it, which is saying something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically unplugs the laptop.
And says, "It's just effects, guys."
Okay, well, so, basically, the end of it basically, like, swipes the ID, so it comes out with the guard's ID, so that's how he escapes at the end. And Captain Logan visits the cell, and it's just Mr. East singing in there. Well, basically, doing creepy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and when
I'd say I'm not a crook.
I am not a criminal.
The mid-credit scene is Sid getting thrown into the prison side by side, a la Sherlock, with Mr. E, and Sid says, "Can't believe they beat me again."
It's only the third time.
Yeah, and that's when you say,
Don't
"But
worry.
there is another."
Don't worry. There is another.
Don't say who the another is just yet. I just have to finish the film, then we'll say who the other is.
There's another.
So basically, Sid Part 2 is basically going completely nuts with all the effects, making Zazubar and the Godzilla, making the Geeky Gentleman logo affiliates attack the world with the Bat Pod and the Sonic.
Yeah.
And the 3D Spider-Man effect.
We can't forget about the sonic screwdriver.
And he's gonna use the record as a batarang.
Yeah.
Also, use the record as a batarang. Also, I want to mention that in I was trying to think. Didn't I have you blackmail Zazubar in 3? Didn't I have you blackmail Zazubar with? He says, "Hello, Zazubar. Tell me, do you recognize this voice?" And it's the Godzilla shriek. It says,
Yeah.
"I'm showing him. I'm sharing with him your favorite number."
98.
98. Actually, I'm watching it with Godzilla right now. Do you want to hear how he's enjoying the film? So the Godzilla roar keeps going off.
Oh, yeah.
He says, I will find you and I will.
Yeah.
No, you won't.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into creepy villain after.
Okay, so
That's what
that happens in 3. That little Godzilla bit. That's why Zanzibar is not is a cameo of the film.
Yeah.
Okay, and so back to 5. All these effects are happening. Then of course Manus just spoils it by walking up there and just unplugging and think, guys, it's just effects. He lifts his hands like, come on. Zanzibar just like looks around and says, not the face, not the face, not the face.
Oh, and it's like he hits him in the no area. It's like, thank you for not hitting me in the face.
This is off screen. Then you hear, not the sonic screwdriver, no. You like the sonic screwdriver whirling. Not the screwdriver. I'll give you Doctor Who. Okay, and then you're gonna need a doctor after we're through with you. So basically, then he's running the cell. Then the Star Wars, and then there is another. There is another.
And another.
Let's reveal who that other is.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
It's not over. It's not over.
I could be like this if Captain Logan comes in and he's the one that goes to talk to her. It's like, Captain Logan, wait for the sequel. Like what
it's
sequel?
Not better than the original, but boy, is it a doozy. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I promise you, the sequel is better than the prequel.
Yeah.
The sequel to what?
It's gonna warrant the spin-off, and you know it. Okay, let's stop going around. Let's say who our big baddie for the next movie is.
Okay, I should set the scene first. Okay, so the mid-credit scene is there is another. But if you stay for the after-credit scene, you actually get to see who that is.
Turning it similar style. I'm sorry, Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, the lights in front. It's just the chair in a completely black room. There's a little light from a computer monitor. Turn to the side, and it's me.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun.
You basically
in a hooded cloak and everything, and similar to Ravens, but
so basically
not as sexy.
Yeah, it's
and then
like
you
a
have
black
crow makeup on.
Yeah,
it's like a black hoodie cloak in which the guy turns around and at first the eyes are shielded. You just see the face with like the crow makeup on, and he's smiling. And then he basically unmasks and you see it's Magpie. And then the Star Wars music plays. Dun, 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 and to continued.
Yeah.
Now let's go to movie 6.
Yeah.
Return of the Magpie.
No, Arrival of the Magpie, because I haven't been in any movie yet!
Well, wait, you sent
the
big reveal.
Hey, how about this? The Magpie rises.
No.
Okay, the Magpie.
No. Yeah. Magpie begins.
Yeah.
Geekvolution, Magpie begins.
No, Geekvolution, the end.
Yeah.
Or we can have the reference like this. It's like the pie that you were eating, Captain Logan, that was me.
No.
Okay, that's
like,
not... That's
now
No. I reveal to Cap during our epic battle that I was the one who stole the Frank Miller's hat from Manos and sent it to Doomsman. So essentially the entire movie trilogy is all my fault.
Also, Captain Logan's dressed all in black and he's wearing a Spawninger jacket.
Yeah.
And it could be like, I was working for you this entire time. I was your Darth Vader.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's our overall plot for this one?
Basically it's
epic battle.
Cap is kind of like
he's getting old.
Yeah, he's getting old.
The Dark Knight Returns.
It's well,
Yeah.
Return and Rise meets each other.
Yeah.
You're Bane
He's.
and the Emperor
I'm Bane.
meets the Emperor.
Really?
You're basically the Emperor, but he's basically big and awesome as Bane.
Oh.
I'm saying
The
both.
lightning. It burns.
Oh wait, isn't the bounty hunter in this one?
Yeah, the bounty hunter's in this one.
I voiced-
That you
yeah.
do the voice of.
Yeah, you do the voices of him.
You see what happens with this guy is he's basically kind of a Boba Fett-ish character that works for Magpie.
Yeah.
Or Magpie Emperor character. He who doesn't have any lights. There's just force lightning. I want to remind you. Yeah. So basically, he's like a Boba Fett, but he has like Cronin from Hellboy. He has this key turning thing in his chest. But what it does, it's like a dial for a bunch of different voices.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
That's why I have split personality disorder.
yeah, like Christopher
His
Walken.
fault.
Yeah, you could do Christopher Walken.
Yeah. Manos, what are you doing here?
Didn't we have a third villain as well?
Did we?
We had Emperor,
No.
we had Boba Fett, and then we had someone else, I thought.
I think that was it, though.
Yeah, no, in this one it's like the closing chapter, you know.
Except we have a seventh one.
Yeah, and we have a spin-off series.
We have an epilogue.
Yeah, we have an epilogue type movie. But yeah, this one it's kind of weird. It's we didn't really lay this one out that much. We had the character of the bounty hunter, and essentially we do the kidnapping thing, but it's the overarching storyline is kind of Caps, a la Rises, a la Returns. It feels like he's getting old, and he's considering closing down, retiring, and Jason's growing up, and he's kind of hinting at the Joseph Gordon-Levitt thing. Do you reckon he should?
Basically, Jason would be Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
and Duke is Oracle.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so our plot kind of is Captain Logan's getting older, and he's like contacting everyone and says, I'm getting a little old for this. I think I'm gonna shut down Geekvolution. He's saying, no, you can't do that. You've been doing this for years. So Manus is the Jim Gordon, because I do love Jim Gordon, so I'm gonna make him Jim Gordon. So Manus is like Jim Gordon, saying, well, I've been doing it for a long time, and you're entitled, but I'm just saying, I don't think you should do it. You have to be absolutely sure, because there's no going back after you retire.
Yeah.
Then Duke's like the Oracle role.
Okay.
Duke's the Oracle role. Dan is kind of the former sidekick. He's like Dick Grayson now in Nightwing. Just kind of established himself, kind of more bitter relationship. It's like years have passed since the last one.
And Vince is Alfred.
Yeah.
8 years?
Yes. 8 years.
No, 10 years.
Yeah.
And Vince is Alfred, like, I buried one member of the Wayne family. Or two members of the Wayne family. Don't want to bury another.
I have to give some voices here for, we need some voices for the bounty hunter here. Because there's going to be...
You wanted Christopher Walken because you wanted to stick a soldering iron in his eye. That was more Woody Allen, but yeah, add Woody Allen. Woody Allen Bane would be a cool one to have.
Okay, so here's what happened. Here's the bounty hunter's introduction. Okay, Captain Logan has this. He's gone at this point in the film. He's going through it, saying, "Okay, I'm retiring." He's throwing a retirement get together, and basically the bounty hunter crashes the party.
Yeah.
So he's basically killing everyone there, but particularly Captain Logan.
Oh, he's okay. His entrance is similar to the what is
Godfather 3?
No, Deadpool's at the Comic-Con convention.
Yes.
Where he just goes boring.
So basically, he's saying, he turns to things and says, "Hey, fellas, Captain Logan, 2 mice fell in a bucket of cream. First mouse drowns in the cream. The second mouse runs so fast, he churns the butter. Butter turns
the cream.
Climbs out of there. Which mouse do you think I am? Say, Cap, I'm going to break you. Everyone else, I'm going to stab in the face with soldering iron. I'm going to have some more cowbell."
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to want some more cowbell.
And Vince basically shoots Vince in the leg. That's for the impressions of Christopher Walken. I like him. Then, let's see, other voices like Bane. He has to do Bane.
Yeah.
Fred Tatascore's Hulk.
Fred Tatascore's Hulk.
Do it.
Yeah. Do it.
Okay. Bounty Hunter rip off Captain Logan's hand.
Yes.
Or
Not a truck, but
one of the lines is that the guy says, the bounty hunter says, "Oh, I'm not the one you should be scared of. I'm only the opening act."
oh yeah, definitely.
I'm only the first act. I'm only Act 1. Wait until you get to Act 2.
Oh yeah.
And then it could be like, Logan's like, why are they making so many movie references? Like, this is a movie. This is real life.
Yep. Whenever he does the voice of Bane, he only quotes Bane verbatim. He says, "You fight like a younger man, Logan. Admirable, but misguided. I didn't see the light until I was a younger man. Until I was an old. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. But then it was nothing but blinding." As Sarah hits the lights to hide him, but it doesn't work. And,
yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of voice potential. Oh, and what have we here? The marvelous Manos. So how's the Red Knight going? Crimson? Mauve? Or blood red, like you're about to be?
Red all over.
What's black, white, and red all over your obituaries after I make you read it? And they say I'm crazy.
I've already thought of an ending fight, or like one of the lines that could be said during the fight between you, Magpie, and Captain Logan.
Yeah.
It's like you both have swords. It's like he has like ready to fight. You have your lightning ready. It's like there can be only one.
And basically, then you have a line that says, "This is for not reviewing Condor Man."
This is for taking forever to review Tomorrow in the War Began.
Then, of course, at the one point the banner is going to go in there being silly. He's going to say, "What are you doing, Magpie? That lightning requires 1.21 gigawatts."
Shut up.
Then, oh, yeah.
So what do we got? Episode 6?
So, basically, again, I'm not doing it justice at the moment, but I'm saying a lot of, again, this is just opening for ideas, but again, the band do a lot of voices, quote a lot of movies, throwing some gags in there, but, you know, he basically turn the dial, do a lot of voices, and at the end you figure out he unmasks and it's Deadpool. But no, you go through like a Scooby-Doo unmasking process. He keeps unmasking himself. You see, Batman? Deadpool?
No.
Joe Barbera? Who's that? This Old Man Rivers? Manos' father?
Lindsay!
Eric?
No.
Shades at Night. Good I might.
Scooby-Doo!
Where are you?
Henry Cavill? Hugh Jackman? Yeah.
Christian Bale!
Ryan Reynolds? No, it's just me, Deadpool.
Elmo!
No, it's just me, Deadpool, having fun with you. I can do some chimichangas right now. Just blast the hole through the scene. Also, I should mention, the bounty hunter basically kills the Emperor. He says, "Yeah, this is boring." Basically, shoots him in the back, and he falls, and he gets frozen. He falls down the whole platform, but he's still alive. Then he just gets frozen in carbonite.
And then gets put into a Lazarus pit.
Yep, that's how he comes back. Basically, he dies, and you find... Basically, he dies, and then at the end, you find out he's being frozen in carbonite, then dumped into a Lazarus pit. So that's how that's the post-credit scene for that one.
Yeah. We don't kill anyone off. We just kill them off and then bring them back.
Yep.
They're never fully dead. They're never dead.
So
mostly dead. They're mostly dead and completely dead. He's mostly dead.
So how do we like this so far for 6? Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
a
remember,
rough,
it's a rough draft. It's a rough draft. And it's
and
just an
again,
outline. So.
I haven't really thought many lines up, so that's kind of why I don't think some of the impressions are hitting home. That and they're probably not executed that well, but still.
Yeah. Should we go over the like essentially the epilogue movie?
Yes.
Because
Well, the epilogue.
Because I haven't heard it.
Oh wait, don't we have your don't we have your spin-off first, then the epilogue?
yeah.
Magpie gets a spin-off movie where he becomes kind of a Venom lethal protector. Basically, he's trying to be a good guy, but he sucks at it.
Yeah.
He basically keeps accidentally killing people. Like he knocks a lady with a baby out of the way, saving the baby, but the lady gets like knocked into another car.
Yeah. Before we do 7, hang on, I gotta just pause this for a minute. Now.
Okay, so again, Magpie's spin-off. Basically, he's his own and then. Hello?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Wait.
Back to 7.
Magpie, you mean you weren't recording when you went to answer the phone?
I wasn't recording when I answered the phone.
Hey, let's go through the spin-off again.
Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, the spin-off basically Magpie. Again, he's brought back from the Lazarus Pit. You see the frozen carbonite being hauled up out of the Lazarus Pit. And, he's a new man now, saying, "I'm going to be good now." And you see him failing miserably. Like there's a woman carrying her baby throughout the street, pushes her and the baby out of the way, grabs the baby, and then the mother gets hit by a car. She's all right. She's not dead though. Then you see more abysmal failure for this ex-villain trying to be a good guy.
Okay.
It's not working for him. He's in a bank robbery, he knocks the gun out of the guy's hand, but it goes off and shoots someone in the foot. It's just
Ow, my foot!
Yeah.
Does that mean you do the voiceover? Ow, my foot!
Yep. He tries to foil telemarketers, but it just turns out guys who live in their home, live in the basement of their parents' house. Then he, basically the ending of it is going to be him saying, "Oh, screw it, I'm going back to being evil."
Yeah.
Ready for 7?
Yeah, ready for 7.
The epilogue.
Yeah, epilogue.
I haven't heard this one.
You haven't heard? Oh, this is classic, man. This is classic.
Okay, so basically, kind of taking a cue from one of my favorite episodes of Justice League Unlimited, the Flash and Substance episode. A few years have passed. Basically, all the villains, they're meeting up with each other.
Mm-hmm. And? Don't let this happen again.
No. No, come on. Oh. Okay. We lost Blue Dragonfly there for a second, but he's back now. So let's get back on to 7 because I like the way he told this story the other day when he was telling it to me. This story for this movie.
Okay, so here's the premise. Our villains, after a few years, have like a reunion. They meet up at a bar. They say, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" "Oh, okay, it's all right." "Hey, weren't you dead, Magpie?" He says, Yeah, I went through this whole frozen in carbonite and dumped in Lazarus. It was a whole ordeal. I don't like talking about it. Anyway, I'm back. How are you guys? Yep, good. Then Doomsvince is there also. Yeah, Doomsvince has been brought back. Again, years have passed, and when the Milan Jebediah Springs guy blew up, regular Doomsvince was brought back. It's just, again, a whole ordeal. Years have passed, so. Said, "Hey, Doomsvince, I thought you were blown up." "Yeah. Well, death. It can just be a fickle mistress. Pieces together, deals with the devil, Dan Slott, Joe Quesada, Spider-Man, that sort of deal. Anyway, I'm back. How are you? First round's on me." So basically, Doomsvince has kind of said, "I'm fed up with being defeated by Captain Logan. 6 years of planning. It feels like 6 years of abysmal failure. 6 films, if you will, but still. 6 masterful plans done by you, all of us, and all of them failed, shoved in our face. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of it. So what they do is, basically Doomsman says, if only there was some way we could exact revenge and prevent all of this from happening. And Sid Bartu says, yeah, it's not like we have a time machine or anything. Or it's not like time travel is possible in this universe or anything. But then Bobby gets a light bulb. Then they all look at each other. Or can we? So they go to Mr. Fusion's house. Basically, No, wait. Actually, before they hit Mr. Fusion's house, they constructed they go to Mr. Fusion's place, and they ask him to construct a DeLorean. Well, they force him to. They hold him at gunpoint, basically. You'll build us a time machine. I can't make you a time machine. Why not? Because you're evil. That's true, but still, build us a time machine. They slap him around a little bit and say, make the time machine. And he does. Makes a DeLorean. Then it's all... DeLorean's all nice, built, sleek, and it's there. Compliments of Sid Bartu's effect versus effect.
Yes.
Anyway, so they say they're about to enter the DeLorean, and then they realize, wait a minute. DeLoreans are 2-seaters. They'll slap palms of their heads. They slap their heads saying, oh.
Face palm.
Yep, face palm. Then they say, if we need to... I know what to do. Use the Back to the Future ride. He says, wait, the Back to the Future ride's been decommissioned. What? Why would anyone do such a terrible thing? I mean, I'm evil, but still. Says, well, times are changing, Bobby says. Well, I'm not happy about it either, but it's done, and there's no way to get around it. Wait a minute. Don't they still sell those little scale models of DeLorean? Then Sid Bartu says, yeah, I don't think there's any way we're going to glue all of them together and make a full-size DeLorean. Right. That proved costly. Our funds are kind of low at the moment. Well, we could use a Simpsons ride. What? They replaced it with the Simpsons ride. No, they did. Good. And Zazubar says, well... Then we pan to it and we see the Simpsons ride car. That's basically the Back to the Future ride car, only with a big Krusty the Clown face on it. Just painted to match the DeLorean, but it's still in the shape of everything.
Yeah.
Hooked on there with like a top put onto it. He's like, okay, we have our mode of transportation. What about the fuel? We need plutonium. He says, I don't have plutonium. He says, you can't just walk into a store and buy plutonium.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, scratch that. Something better. They use Mountain Dew as a fuel source.
Yes, that's right. I love that.
A la Mr. Fusion, because it's Mr. Fusion who built the machine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mr. Fusion, they get in the car, they go back in time, says, we're going back to 1950, and after there says, why did we go back to 1950? Oh. Actually, no, wait, they realize that later on. They go back in time to the 50s. Because they didn't think of just going back. They say they're going to wipe out... Doomsman comes out with the plan again. He doesn't have Frank Moe's evil hat, so he's back to being a dumb villain again.
Yeah.
So basically he says, we're going to go back and stop the birth of Captain Logan. Stop the conception of Captain Logan. They do that. They all go back in time. It's Doomsman Part 2. Zazubar, Magpie, Milan, who in the 50s, he only speaks in subtitle.
Yeah.
I mean, he only has subtitles, and he says, what's wrong with Milan? I don't know. Why is he only speaking in subtitle? Yeah, that's thanks to me. I believe he's just speaking some weird Spanish or something, I don't know. Some weird Chinese language. I can't quite make it out, but still, subtitles, effect versus effects. Yeah. Maxwell Magic. Oh yeah, he's magic. He just disappears when he comes and goes. He'll be back later on. Just give it about half an hour or so, because it's movie length. Get it?
Yeah.
So basically, they're in the 50s, trying to stop the conception, trying to kill Captain Logan's. Magpie, if you remember any of this, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, yeah. But we all go off, for some reason, we all go off on little side missions. I know my character reenacts the scene from Back to the Future in the diner.
Yeah.
And I know Sid narrowly almost sleeps with his mother.
Yep. And then Zanzibar, during the ride, he figures, I'm depressed, but we don't have any good Godzilla films at the moment. Wait a minute. I could see Godzilla when it first comes out.
At the theater!
Yes! That's his big lot in life, and he's just so happy and he's going to see it. But then the minute they get to the 50s, they realize. Also, before they go, he says, make sure we bring Mountain Dew for the trip, okay? Because, it's going to the 50s. It's not like we can walk into a store and buy Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Again, kind of quoting the plutonium line.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they go back. All those side stories happen. Basically, Doomsman says, wait a minute. They fail abysmally at killing Captain Spirits, so they can't find them. And they're not even in Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, how do we not... Wait, isn't Captain Logan in Kansas? It says, yes. Do we... Why don't we just travel back in time in Kansas where the thing took place? It says, that's actually not a bad idea. Facepalm. He says, to the future that's still somewhat the past. Then, of course, they say, where's Azubar? And Sid Bardu says, where's Azubar? It says, okay, let's get him along. The Urea, yeah. Gorgosia. Yeah. They drag him out. He has just purchased his ticket, and he's walking in gleefully, the happiest Zazibar's ever been in his life. He's walking in, he's about to take one step through the theater, but then they drag him out by the arm and says, no, there was time! No! There was still time! No! He's crying because he's so emotionally crushed by the fact he was that close to Godzilla, 50s Godzilla.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to kill you when I get a chance. They had to restrain him, handcuff him. I'm going to kill you for this, Milan. Also, at one point,
yeah.
Bobby's the one, not Sid Party, Bobby's the one who called him on the logic, saying, we could just travel back to the immediate future. They do that, basically. Okay, so they're inside, also Mr. E's along for this journey.
Yeah.
So basically, they end up in a building. They're about to they're gonna snipe Captain Logan and the gang.
Yeah, during the first movie.
Yeah, they're in the first movie. They travel back in time. Yeah, they have them in the sights, but then they find out. Wait a minute, today's Tuesday? No, this building. They look at a sign on the building that says the building's scheduled for demolition. Then they all scurry out of there. Mr. E's stuck behind, and he dies in the explosion.
Okay.
Oh no!
You should have heard this time. First picture said Mr. E wanted to talk about which of these two guys died.
I can see that.
Also, Maxwell Magic is there and just teleports out of there via magic.
Yes. It's magic.
Well, where'd he go? Magic. Oh.
Yeah. That's the reason for anything in the movie. It's magic.
Yeah. So
or Maxwell did it.
Okay, so they narrowly escape. They narrowly escape, with the exception of one casualty. Escape the explosion that claimed the life of poor Mr. E. 33333, which will be on his tombstone.
Yes.
With a bottle of Mountain Dew next to it. Speaking of which, here's what happens. So now they missed it. They say, okay, we have to go back in time before that. Just on the ground level this time. No. And then they say, okay, let's get in the machine. They turn the key. Nothing. They're out of gas. Okay, Milan, grab the fuel. on. Says, you didn't bring... What? You forgot the suitcase? You
Yeah.
realize Pepsi isn't enough at the moment. Okay, we have copious amounts of Pepsi, but that's not going to help us. You will have to stranded here, you moron! But then basically, you Russian fool, you've doomed us all! So basically they say, oh, basically then Bob says, why don't we steal something? They slap Spud in the back of the head. Do you realize that's a felony? That's a crime!
Yeah.
Then Zanzibar says, you do realize we're attempting to commit murder here, and you're worried about a minor robbery? They all look at each other, and they basically, then they break into Captain Logan. So they're stranded there for a while, and they break in the houses, like Captain Logan's house, and they steal the Mountain Dew while the battle's going on between him and Sid Part 2.
Yeah.
The Zod battle between him and Sid Part 2, they steal the Mountain Dew, and he says, what? It says, like, right before they close the fridge. It's like right after Captain Logan put him in the pie. They take the Mountain Dew out of the fridge. And they steal, and basically that's what they use to fuel the DeLorean. They go back again, and then Dooms Vince is about to sneak up on Captain Logan during the battle, and he elbows him in the face like Gambit did to Wolverine in Wolverine Origins. Basically, he just failed again. And so Dooms Vince just has like a midlife. He says, oh, forget it. I'm done. Time travel is too much trouble. It's 1.21 gigawatts. I'm pretty sure we're out of Mountain Dew. I'm done. I'm sick of it. He said, there'll be other times. You don't need to go to the past. You came up with an elaborate plan. True, it failed miserably. This is Bobby saying this, by the way. Yep. Then you say, yeah. Then you, Magpie, you would say, yeah, I mean, you could fail many other times in the future. Nothing's stopping you from doing that. It's not about the failure, it's about the try, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like Mr. E. You're not going to go catatonic, then back again for some random reason, then die.
Yeah.
There'll be other times to fail. You learn from failure, don't you? Well, I suppose that's true. Hopefully Godzilla will learn from failure. Hopefully the makers of this Godzilla film will learn from failure. That is also true. And Maxwell says, isn't that just the most important thing, that we're all here together rooting for each other? And he says, yes, Maxwell. Maxwell turns around, smoke and mirrors, a dove flies away, gone. I hate it when he does. Oh, and of course you're going to use my favorite Batman line from The Dark Knight. He does that. That part he's going to say, it says, he does that. Okay, so basically then they go back and they're just walking in the bar defeated and missing Mr. E. There's without a Mr. E present. They're walking. See, it's like a split screen. They just walk through the bar and then they see them saying, they just have this glance at each other saying, "Don't go back. Don't go back in time.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't." They just walk back to get a table and says, then Magpie says, "First round's on me."
Yeah.
And then Dune says, "Bring me the little drink umbrellas." Then they all look at each other, the present time bone, saying, Wait, where's Mr. And Mr. E says, "Wait, where's the future version of me? Where's the past version of me?" He says, "Don't ask." You say that. Magpie says, "Don't ask. You're better off not knowing." He looks confused and he has like a little question mark over his head. And basically the film says, "Okay, next round's on me." The Magpie in this version says, "Next round on me," too, as well. So both versions of Magpie say that. Sorry, Mr. E, you were saying?
Where's the past version of me? Where? I mean, where am I?
Overall, that still sounds entertaining as what we did that one night, but still not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's our pitch for 7 Geekvolution movies. And a spin-off.
So yeah,
Yeah.
take it what you will. If it's makes you laugh, we hope it does. If you guys are watching, but
Yeah.
if you want to take it seriously, by all means, just give us maybe right here. At least tell us you're going to go along with the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't go along with the idea, then alright.
Have a laugh. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope everyone just listening to this finds it.
Just enjoy making fun of us if you don't want to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this all comes from love of all the stuff you guys have done. Just thanks for that, and this is where this kooky movie idea is coming from. And enjoy it.
Yes.
I'm sure we're not the first to come up with the movie pitch, so we're the first ones to make a video about it, though.
I mean, think of the story. He's pitched Spawn here.
Yeah. Dan pitched Spawn here.
Yeah, and we pitched the Geekvolution movie franchise.
Whatever the term for 7 and a spin-off is.
Yeah, I have no idea. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for listening, and we all hope you enjoy our pitch. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.